Well, this introductory linguistics text, Introduction to Language by Fromkin, now in its 8th edition, has an interesting little activity at the end of the chapter on morphology, which is chapter 3, and it provides a little experiment on one's mental lexicon. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. You can find this on page 94. Let's have a look. So it says, step A, count the number of entries on a typical page of any standard dictionary. And they're usually bold-faced. So here is the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. In all humility, I consider myself an advanced learner, so this should work. I counted, I flipped open the page at random. I came to this entry for the letter E, and I counted 44 entries here. Now, I highlighted some words I didn't know. I didn't know, for example, that L was a unit used for measuring cloth, or that elver was a young eel, but now I know. And I counted all the words, any words that were in blue. For example, exclusive, I got exclusively, exclusiveness, and I ended up with a total of 44 words. Now, step B, according to Fromkin and all, is to multiply the number of words per page by the number of pages in the dictionary. So I get, in the Oxford Dictionary, I find 1,820 pages. So we get my calculator here. We have 44 entries times 1,820 pages, 80,080 words. 80,080 entries in the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. Now, step C and D are to pick 4 pages in the dictionary. And Fromkin and all suggest that they just threw out some numbers. We choose page 50, page 75, page 125, and 303. So I chose those pages. And then how many of those words do I know? So I scanned those in to take a look at here. On this first one, there were 46 entries, and I knew 38 of them. I wasn't sure what andante meant, or androgen. As I read the definition, I realized I should have known. I didn't know that an Angelino was a person who lived in Los Angeles. I didn't know about Angelus in a religious ceremony. Didn't know that. So I knew 38 out of 46 there. I went to page 75. I did pretty good on this one. There were 31 entries here, and I knew 30 of them. I didn't know this one. I recognized the name, but wasn't too sure where Jews, which area of Jewish people that was from. Then I went to the next page. I knew 28 of 31. On this page, I did not know that begorra was a way to say surprised. That was new to me. So I knew 28 out of 31. And then finally on page 303, again, I did pretty good here. Out of 42, I knew 40. The new ones to me, I didn't really know what a commonplace book was. I can guess, of course. I didn't know what a common hold was. I could guess, but I didn't count it as knowing the word unless I was really sure I'd be able to define it. And then step E was, what percentage of words do I know? Well, I worked out here on my calculator that I knew 136 out of 150 words. So I'm going to make that a percent. And I get 90.66%. And then I was generous with myself and I made it 91%. Now, step F was to multiply the words in the dictionary by the percentage you arrived at in step E. So that is 80,080 words times 0.91, and I get 72,872.8 words. So let's be generous and say 72,873 words. But, this is all the words I know. Page 62 of the text says that the average high school graduate knows about 60,000 words. So I have a PhD and I only know 12,000 more words. A bit depressing to me. So I'd like to know your thoughts. Does this number seem low to you, or does it seem high to you? What happens when you run the same test on yourself? What's your mental lexicon? I'd like to hear.